Breaking news, mistrial. Jurors unable to reach a verdict in the case of former North Charleston police officer Michael Slager. Slager, who is white, shot Walter Scott multiple times in the back. Scott is black and was unarmed. This video is unforgettable. It was evidence in the case, but Slager insisted that he tried to back away and that Scott was posing a threat.
At that time, when Mr. Scott was coming after me with the taser, I drew my weapon and fired. I was focused on the front sight, and that's all I know. I know, he tried to tase me when we were on the ground. I'm backing away, getting away, and he's still coming after me with this taser. And at that point, I made a decision to use lethal force because Mr. Scott never stopped. He was always dangerous.
Except for he was running away in that video. Nick Valencia is out front. Nick, what happened in this trial?
Well, it was the first indication that we got that there was a potential for a mistrial on Friday when we received news that there was a lone juror holdout who said he could not in good conscience convict this officer of first-degree murder. Today we learned it may not have just been one, however. It was the majority of the jurors that were still undecided as of this morning. This came as an incredible shock for those that were supporting Walter Scott's family. To them, all that matters was this cell phone video shot by Fayadeen Santana. That video that shows Walter Scott running away from Michael Slager, being gunned down, shot from behind multiple times. To them, it was shocking that there was this a deadlocked jury. Some of what was taken exception here in this community as well was the makeup of the jury. 11 of the jurors were white, one of them was black. At a press conference on Monday afternoon, however, the Scott family chose not to focus on that. They said they are optimistic that they could get the conviction in a potential retrial scheduled for sometime later next year. However, we should remind our viewers that Michael Slager is not completely off the hook just yet. He is facing federal civil rights charges. That trial expected to happen sometime in early 2017. Some poignant words earlier from Scott family attorney saying that there was a missed opportunity here, a missed opportunity to heal some very deep wounds in the black community as a result of the series of police shootings that have happened in this country over the last 2 years. Aaron?
All right, Nick, thank you. And out front now, Paul Callan, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. So, Paul, we all saw that video. Slager's version, and this is on tape in the trial, he says he was backing away. Scott was coming after him with the taser. Of course, when the video actually is rolling, and this is the final moments, because this is the final moments, Scott is running away, and Slager shoots him multiple times in the back. Scott is killed. Are you shocked at the outcome here?
I am shocked, but the thing that it emphasizes is how much people respect police officers and how hard it is to convict a police officer. And I think we have this term called jury nullification, where sometimes the jury just goes against the law and it goes against the facts because they have a gut feeling that the right thing is an acquittal, or in this case, a hung jury. And
a hung jury. And on Friday, you heard Nick report one juror was the holdout. They said, go back and figure it out, figuring that one person will come around. That person convinced other people. We now understand that there were multiple people. It is truly a hung jury. That is also shockingly unprecedented.
That is staggering if that happens, because normally if it's down to 11-1, the 11 convinced the one to change sides. I tried a murder case myself as a prosecutor once. One juror was holding out. He locked himself into a room when they were sequestered overnight, and they had to break the door down to bring him back to the courthouse. And you know what happened at the courthouse? He changed his mind and went with the majority, because that's what always happens. This is going to go down in the record books if one juror changed the minds of the others.
And we will see what happens. Of course, the prosecutor says going to go ahead with another trial. Paul Callan, thank you, and we'll be right back.